Sorry, just had to do that because it's spooky and scary. Anyway, hello, welcome to episode 36 of Full Movie Podcast, a show where we talk about those long-forgotten classics that deserve a rewatch. I'm Matt.
And I'm Freya.
How's it going, Freya?
It's going good. Matthew?
Don't know why I said it like that.
No, I don't know.
I had a nice ring to it. So you're good. You're happy.
Good.
You're fine. You're fine.
It's
fine.
I'm fine. Yeah, all right.
It's fine.
I am grand. I'm really pleased. It's finally autumn. It's October. The shops are full of ridiculous Halloween stuff.
It has to be said. TK Maxx, which is a chain in... I don't know if they have it in America.
TJ Maxx, I believe it is in America.
Ooh. But yes, they have started banging out all the crap.
We got some excellent mugs last year.
Yes, we did. And a good skull-shaped sugar holder.
Oh, yeah.
That's still up there. It's been there all year.
It's a clear jar that we keep our sugar in, and it's a skull, so it's a sugar skull.
I'm hoping to get a Halloween novelty cheese grater this year. There must be one.
Sure.
Yeah. We'll get some plates as well.
Absolutely.
And some spooky cutlery.
So that's our shopping list. How are you doing?
I am groovy. I'm going to go straight into what we've watched.
Okay.
Because last night, on Tuesday night, you were off socialising in the London night.
Hang on a minute.
Not like that. I watched a film that damn near broke me. Yeah. Wasn't Human Centipede 2. No. Wasn't anything gory. Wasn't anything bloody and disgusting or particularly scary. No. I watched Disney's Onwards. Oh my God, that film made me blub like a toddler.
Well, I told you shouldn't watch it without me.
Do you know what? I really wish you had been there because I cried my heart out.
More than Endgame?
All right, let's not take the mick. I mean, yes, I cried during Endgame. It was sad.
More than when Han Solo dies?
Oh, don't. Just stop it. Just stop it.
I'm sorry. Well, at least, you've seen it now. I haven't seen it. I still need to watch it, so...
Do you know, I could spoil it for you now.
No, don't do that.
You need to watch it. I recommend that film.
I will.
I do. It's on Disney Plus in the UK. But it's one of those films that I'm thinking about buying it on Blu-ray. Because it was really, really good. It's got Tom Hollander in it, Spider-Man. And Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. And those two, you forget that it's them.
Good.
Then that's a recommendation for the film.
Yeah.
So I strongly recommend it. What about you? What have you been watching?
I watched 13 Ghosts.
Well, that's a sad film, all in a different way.
Hey, I like it. I know it's not good, but I still like it.
You really do love some crap horror films.
I know, but it does have an excellent death in it.
Which is?
When the lawyer, I think he is, gets sliced in half by a sheet of glass.
Yeah, okay. But it isn't sliced in half like from the midriff.
No, sliced in half like a cantaloupe melon. Just right down, top to bottom. And, sort of...
It did not need the sound effects.
It really did need the sound effects.
I
just had to conjure up the image for everyone. And the ghosts are really good in it as well. But yeah, I will admit, not the best.
Yes. I'm going to do some recommendations.
Ooh,
I am.
New thing we're doing.
Yes, the people have spoken and we have said okay.
Yes.
So, I am going to recommend an old TV series which is on Netflix.
Oh.
I say old. I think it was out last year or the year before.
Okay.
And
not that old then.
Well,
but not new.
I mean, in this day and age, it is considered to be fairly old, I guess, because we're always getting new TV series.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So I am going to recommend The Haunting of Hill House, and I say you watch that before The Haunting of Bly Manor comes out on I think it's the 9th of October. So I strongly recommend that. It's directed and written by Mike Flanagan, who did Hush, which is a very good film.
Yeah, really good.
That's on Netflix as well. He also did Oculus, which I wasn't a massive fan of that.
No,
if I'm honest,
no.
wasn't that great. He did. There's two films called Ouija and Ouija 2. He did the second one. The first one is just a hi friend one, which is it's not very good.
We like to mock that one.
It's a bog standard like horror film, and
Yeah.
it's not particularly scary. But Ouija 2.
Yeah.
I can't think it's
Origin of Evil.
Origin of Evil,
I think,
yes.
yeah.
Is really good.
Yeah.
And it's very stylistic.
It's sort of taken a page out of the better editions from the Conjuring universe.
Yeah.
In terms of, it being set in the 70s or something, isn't it?
Late 60s, 70s, yeah.
Yeah, but it's got a nice period piece.
It is. It's a good film. And he also did Doctor Sleep as well.
Which we haven't seen.
We have not seen. I don't know why we haven't seen it. That should be right up our alley, but it's appeared to have taken the wrong direction to see us. But yes, so The Haunting of Bly Manor is out on the 9th of October.
How exciting.
I am very much excited for that. And I'm going to recommend... Oh, that's on Netflix. If I did mention...
You
that's
did.
I did. Okay, that's good. Right. And also, I recommend something a bit odd.
Right.
On Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's called A Haunting at the Hoyt Library. Hoyt spelled Hoyt.
That's a great word.
It
Hoyt.
is
I
Hoyt.
like saying that.
Yeah, it's good. But that is a... as you can tell, we're getting into our ghostly things at the moment. That is a real ghost hunt.
Right. It's a documentary sort of thing.
Yes, a ghost hunting documentary. And that is, I think it's directed by Steve Prozac Shippey. Good name. Good name. Happy fella.
Sure.
And there's like, I think there's like 5 or 6 of these films. They are films. They're not just...
a feature length.
Yes. So the basic gist of it is that they go to different locations. Now, they don't just spend like a night or two in there. They spend weeks.
Wow, okay.
And they come up with all the best footage, and it's very good. I recommend that to anybody who likes paranormal stuff. It's good.
Very good.
So,
well, it's the perfect time for that sort of thing.
Why?
Because it's nearly Halloween. And speaking of spooks, what film are we talking about today?
Excellent segue, Freya.
I thank you.
That's really good. In fact, high five. There you go. Right, so today we are going to be discussing the 2009, though it was actually made in 2007, found footage phenomenon that was Paranormal Activity.
A young couple decide to record their daily experiences with the paranormal. As they try to figure out what's happening, the situation worsens.
Ooh. This was directed by Oren Peli, who also directed Area 51.
Right.
It's a film which I hadn't heard of. I've never seen it advertised or anything like that. Apparently it's not very good.
Okay.
It was written as well by Oren Peli, who did the Chernobyl Diaries.
Oh, yes. Yep.
You remember that film?
Vaguely.
It got absolutely slated when it came out, but I actually really like it. It's not a bad little horror film, and quite an original idea as well. He also did the TV series The River, which I had seen a couple of episodes, but I can't remember it really.
Fair enough.
But I will say that he's more known for being a producer these days.
Okay.
He's produced all of the Paranormal Activity films minus Paranormal Activity Tokyo Nights.
What?
We'll come on to that later on. He also produced all the Insidious films. Rob Zombie's Lords of Salem, which that's a trippy film. It's imagine it being like an hour and a half long music video.
Right.
It's okay. It's not one of Rob Zombie's best. As well as Barry Sonnenfeld, who did Men in Black. He did a film called The Bay, which was produced by Oren Peli. So, yes. How do we feel about this film? Well, that's straight away. I'm filled with enthusiasm and clearly love this film.
I I have liked it less and less with each viewing. I'm not sure how many times I've seen it. Probably, let's say 5.
Okay.
And on first viewing and when it was first released, I guess I bought into all the hype, and I think I probably watched it in the right kind of, in the right environment, and it was scary. But it is not anymore.
Okay. Right.
And actually I found it a little bit boring.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. But you liked it when you first saw it?
I did.
Not so much these days.
No. Because I suppose it just, once you know everything that happens, it loses all of its kind of tension and...
yeah, I see that.
You're just kind of waiting for the next thing to happen.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
Yeah. How about you? What did you think?
Now, I agree and disagree with you. Because I like this film.
Mm-hmm.
I like some of the series of this film.
Yeah.
Series. English isn't my first language. I think the more I see it, the more I dislike the characters.
Oh yeah.
I think, considering that this was Oren Peli, this was his first ever film in which he basically did everything, in this film. So he was the set director, he was the writer, the producer. It was filmed in his own house.
Oh right.
So it had a micro budget, and I really appreciate all of that. But also, it's never going to beat the first time I ever saw this.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing. There are certain horror films that you can watch over and over, and, they're always going to be a little bit scary, a little bit jumpy, and even though you know what's coming, it still manages to frighten you. But I think that with these kind of low budget or intentionally kind of, found footage is meant to look like it's low budget because it's meant to be filmed on phones or on cameras or whatever. They're very kind of one-dimensional in terms of what they can do. So I think with the amount that there are out there, and obviously the kind of Blair Witch generation and then the Paranormal Activity generation, it's just like, yeah, okay, I know what's going to happen. There's nothing new here.
Okay, but again, the first time you see it,
yes.
I mean, I will say that the first Paranormal Activity, when it first came out, I keep saying it's like no other, but in this case, there weren't many films, because bear in mind, you never actually see the ghost, the spirit, the demon, the baddie of the film. You never see it.
Yeah.
And this isn't like with Jaws, where you don't see it till like an hour into the film or anything.
No, you just don't see it at all.
Exactly. You, in fact, it takes 7 films in grand total to see the demon in Ghost Dimension.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just a fuzzy. Anyway, I think that this film was really, really, really good when you first see it, and you've got to see it in the right environment. Like, I think we'd enjoy watching this film in a blacked out room with no distractions, nothing around us, just focused on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you have seen it before, but you haven't seen it for, several years, you definitely enjoy watching it again if you've forgotten, things about it. But I think that's the problem. I haven't forgotten enough about it to enjoy it again. And also, as you kind of briefly mentioned, I don't give a damn about the characters.
Yes, let's come on to the characters. Okay, so the actors. Number one, this is pretty much their first films. The actress Katie Featherston, she was in 5 of the films, minus Tokyo Night